Okay, I think that this story is possibly going to have to do something with the person having experience with hot peppers, maybe an accident where it gets in her eye. I mean, really because I've had experiences like that, but that's what I think my idea is from just the title. Let's go. I'm going to tell you a story about my experience. When I first moved to California, San Diego, I lived in a house with my friend. Both of us lived there, a few friends lived there. That was the fall of 1993. I think it was November. And we started growing a garden, my friend and I, and we decided to grow some peppers. They were really beautiful reds and yellows and greens. So we didn't want them to go to waste, so we had an idea. We'll gather them up and put them in the freezer bag and stick them in the freezer. And in the winter, when we cook some chili, we can use those. So we went ahead and we picked the peppers, we washed them off, dried them, and then we're trying to figure out what we need to do with them. So we decided, why not cut the stems off? So we cut the stems off, and then we cut them in half and we cored them. So we took the seeds out. And then we put them in the bag and so as I was cutting them and getting them ready, I noticed my hands started to feel really hot and they were almost kind of burning. So I took a break and I washed my hands off and then I started cutting them again. But this time my hands felt like they were on fire. They were burning more. It was really uncomfortable. So I stopped and I washed my hands again with soap. I kind of brushed them off. I kind of scrubbed them really well. So I made sure they were dry. Oh no, it was worse this time. It just kept getting worse and worse. I was kind of worried. What should I do? So I decided to get a bowl of ice water. And so I put ice in there and I got the water and I just let my hands soak in the ice water. I felt so much better after that. Okay, so I just let them sit there for, a few minutes and took them out and then I dried my hands off, put some lotion on, and oh my gosh, they are on fire. They burned so bad. So I washed my hands again and stuck them back in the ice water. It was a relief. At that time, my friend came in and I was like, hey, my hands are on fire. What do I do? My friend was like, oof, I don't know. So we tried to figure out. And so she called someone to ask if it was normal for my hands to feel that way. So my hands were in the water for 3 or 4 minutes, and my fingers started to shrivel up. My friend told me told me that they said to put meat tenderizer on it. Meat tenderizer? Really? That's kind of strange. So I, my friend she got the meat tenderizer and she put it on my hands, and my hands started to burn. So I left them back in the water. They started to shrivel some more, and I started to get tired. My body was tired just from sitting there all day. And and you know how in your bed, how you normally have your head at one end and your body at the other? Well, I switched it around, and I went to sleep, and I had it situated so that I could leave my hands off the edge of the bed and dip them in a cold bowl of water. In the morning when I woke up, I thought my hands were okay, but they were still burning. And so I closed my eyes and I stuck my hands back in the water and they felt better. So from now on, whenever I cut peppers, I make sure I have gloves on.